Everybody ready? Come on, let's go. The Rick Thorne Show! Let's go! The Rick Thorne Show! Let's go! Yo, what up? This is Rick Thorne. I still don't know why that intro song is not on K-Rock, bro. I'm telling you, that shit's sick. Hey, welcome to the show. I'm Rick Thorne. I got an awesome guest. Kind of just met. We know each other. We got a lot of mutual friends. I'm excited he's here. He is a badass drummer. Oh my, you're like my new favorite drummer. Tosh Peterson.
You,
what up, dude? AKA Tosh The Drummer.
What up, brother? Yeah.
Dude, you're my new favorite drummer.
No fucking way.
You know what you remind me of? Dude, I'm telling you, you remind me of like, I'm good friends with Travis Barker. And Travis has got mad energy. I love Travis's style. Byron from Pennywise, I love his style.
Yeah.
You remind me like, and don't take offense to this. I hope you don't. Like a Chuck Biscuits with the fucking, you know who he is?
Yeah, I love Chuck Biscuits,
with fucking Animal from the Muppets.
Yeah.
And some Captain Caveman thrown in there.
Hell yeah.
You fucking solid, bro.
Oh, thank you, bro.
You got
I love it.
Sick groove, bro.
Just the other day, I went on like a Chuck Biscuits deep dive. I was like I'm like, where the fuck is he? Because there was like a rumor that he died or whatever. But
what's he doing?
I heard he's just like, through a mutual friend, that he's like living in Seattle, just like working somewhere, just like a normal job, just chilling, just like, just wanted to get out of the music industry. But I mean, I don't know if I'd love to meet him someday, man. He's a fucking legend, dude.
Yeah, I mean, I did Warped Tour with him when they were on, but he was with Social D.
Yeah.
For I don't know what year that was, 90 fucking something, late 90s, I think. But I never really talked to the guy, but I would just always be like, dude, this guy's drumming's the shit. Like, he's just something about him. You know?
Yeah, totally.
You got that style, dude. You have your own style.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Yeah.
Because, like, if someone asks you, like, if you're in a band, because you're in a band as well, and we're going to talk about all that, but they go, what do you sound like? It's like asking a stupid question. Who do you drum like? Me.
Yeah, totally.
You know what
yeah.
I mean? Yeah.
I've always just tried to play drums like how I would want to watch someone play. You know, like I'm just like, I kind of ripped off my dad's style a lot. My dad's a drummer, so I grew up, you know, watching him play and like kind of ripped off his style a lot. But
not really
like,
though. For your kid, it's kind of like you're just born with.
Yeah, you're
it's
just
in
like
your bloodline, dude.
Yeah, totally. Yeah. It's like it's just how I play because it's like the way I saw people playing drums. You know, I just watched him play.
What kind of music did he play?
He played for a band called the English Beat. It was like
oh no way, I know that band. Oh cool.
Yeah,
are they still around doing stuff?
Yeah, they are. He's not in the band. He was in the band for like 5 years, and then he had a bunch of other bands and stuff. Like
got it.
Yeah, man. He's like honestly my favorite drummer. You know, watching my dad play is like the best. You know.
How was that growing up as a kid? Did that inspire? Did you say, hey, I want to play drums because you see your dad playing drums? Was that something you said to yourself, or did it just happen?
Yeah, pretty much, man. I just watched him play all the time, and I was like, that's all I want to do, man. Like honestly, I looked at it like a job, you know, like it was like a normal, like as if some kid's like, I want to be a firefighter, I want to do this, or I want to do that. I was like, just drums was like the job.
Because you were supporting the family, playing drums.
Totally,
so it's possible.
Yeah.
Which is rare because most parents would be like, it's time to grow up.
Yeah.
And do something real. It's like, this is real.
Yeah, totally.
You know?
It's like it's a job, you know, and they were always, my parents both were always super supportive and like just stoked on it, you know.
Yeah, that's cool, and that's important.
Yeah.
Because and sometimes if your parents aren't, if you use that energy to be good at something, it could work that way too.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
totally, yeah.
See, so my son saw me grow up riding bikes.
Yeah.
And people ask me all the time, they're like, does your kid ride bikes? And I say, well, no, and they get let down. So I guess he didn't want to ride bikes.
Oh, really?
No, not at all.
What's he into?
Football.
Sick.
Yeah, which
That's
was
cool.
the enemy with me growing up. But now I love football.
Yeah.
I'm a football dad. I'm that dad on the sideline.
That's fucking rad, dude. Oh, dude, that would be me. I'd be I mean, my dad, bro, he's so funny. He's like out there. He was at Coachella. He's like, I'm bawling my eyes out. And then he's like, I told the people at the tequila bar that you're my son, and now they're giving me free drinks. I was like, dude, use it, Dad. He's out there partying, and I'm like,
he's got to be super proud of you. I mean, both of your parents. You know?
Absolutely.
But being a drummer and then seeing your son drum at the level you've gotten, you know. How old are you?
I'm 24.
You're super young, dude.
Yeah, I mean, I've been touring since I was like 16, and
Yeah.
just like went in full time, you know, and like.
Did you how to like teach yourself, or did you go to school, or like? Because I'm like a fan of like teaching yourself kind of thing. I think school is important too. But were you like a self-taught, or like did your dad help you, or did you go to school or anything like that?
Yeah, I mean, like my dad helped me, and I was pretty self-taught though. You know, I was like always working on stuff on my own.
That's the best kind.
Yeah, man. I would like, you know, play along the songs and learn shit on my own and then watch other drummers and watch videos and stuff. But then when I was like 11, I reached out to Thomas Pridgeon, who was like my favorite drummer. He still is.
Who is that?
And he played in the Mars Volta and then he did Suicidal Tendencies for a little while.
I know
and
who
like,
he is, yeah.
Yeah, he's like my favorite drummer. So I hit him up when I was like 11. I started posting videos to get his attention and went and saw him play by my house at like some bar, and he was like, "Yeah, I'll give you lessons, no problem." So I took lessons with him for like 5 years.
Wow.
And
Okay.
yeah,
Cool.
Yeah,
cool.
man. It was,
Yeah.
I was so stoked, dude. You hit up your favorite. It's like you get to your idol, and then you get to take lessons from him. I'm like, this is the fucking coolest thing
That's
ever.
super sick, dude.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. That's rad. So
Thanks.
5 years with him?
Yeah, about 5 years until I started touring when I was like 16, and I didn't really try to stop. I just like we were so busy, schedules never aligned. I think it was like a good like segue into like, okay, now I'm on the road. Now I learn different things. Learn how to be around people, learn how to do that.
Yeah.
Touring is like such a weird thing.
Yeah. But it is. But it's also important back to playing time and practice time. You practice a lot on your drums.
Yeah.
I've had some people that have played in my band, and I'll be like, dude, you have not practiced these songs at all. Like, how many hours do you practice a day? It's probably different every day, right?
Yeah, I mean, but like if I'm at home, man, I'll be doing 8 hours, 10 hours a day, just
jamming, right?
just playing drums, yeah, like all day. I mean, like if I have
That's what it takes to be a pro, dude.
It's just like, and that's the thing. I never even thought of it. I was just like, that's just all I want to be doing is playing drums. I'm at home. I have a drum room in my garage. I'm like, might as well just play all day,
Okay, I'm gonna ask you a question then.
Yeah.
You want to do it all day, right? Why?
It's the best thing in the world, man.
There you go. Yeah.
It's the coolest thing in the world. Like,
how does it make you feel?
Dude, I'm just like, I'm never as happy as when I'm playing drums. Like, it's the truth, man. I'm just like, I get to play drums, and like, if I wasn't doing it for a living, I'd be doing it all day anyway. And I did that before I did it for a living, and I will always continue to do that because it's the best thing in the world, dude. I'm just like, I could do it forever and be like so content with life and just be in my drum room. I don't even have to like tour and play in front of people, honestly. Like, I could be sitting in my room playing drums and be so content with my life.
Dude, that's awesome.
I'm really obsessed with playing drums.
I wouldn't say obsessed. I think it's like key, because I teach my kids that, is if you find something you love, like my son found football, and I encourage it. I'm so heavily involved in his life.
Yeah.
That whole road is like very challenging for the parent. You're driving here, this, that, going to this school, transferring here. There's a lot of components. But it's like if you find something you love, life's too short, That's what life's about, to enjoy the ride. And if you found something that you love to do at a young age, you could do the rest of your life, dude, you're winning.
Yeah, thanks, man.
It isn't even about the big shows and all the money and all this and the fame and all that. It's like that feeling is priceless.
Dude, it really is, man. And like, my parents have always been like that. I mean, like my brother's getting his PhD in history right now, as he wants to be a history professor.
Oh,
they're like, dude, go for it. They supported him like the whole way.
I think you got the coolest parents in the world. I see your mom over there.
Oh yeah, dude.
Most supportive. That's badass.
Yeah, I know. My mom's. I don't drive, so my mom and dad take me.
You're
everywhere.
the Uber driver still, Mom?
Yeah, I got an Uber last night home from the bar. We went out.
Yeah, see, I'm like an Uber driver that doesn't make any money. Drive my kids around everywhere.
Yeah.
Where's the cash at? I'm paying to do this shit.
Yeah, I know. That's how she is.
That's cool though. Finding something you love is, I encourage that to anybody listening. Like if there's something you want to do, and you know that you want to do it. I mean, sometimes it takes people longer. Some people in life never find anything. It really depends on the person. But do you feel somewhat blessed to find something you love to do at such a young age?
Oh, absolutely, man. I mean, I can't remember a time
and
where...
you're fucking amazing at it.
Oh, thanks,
You're not
dude.
just
I
playing, bro. You're sick.
Thanks, dude. I appreciate that. Man, I really am, like, so lucky, man. I can't remember a time where I didn't know this is all I was going to do for the rest of my life. Like, since I was a little kid, dude. Like, I was 2 years old and playing drums. Like, this is all I'm going to ever do,
Yeah.
And, like, my whole life it's been like that.
And and, like, we could go back and say, because you saw your dad playing drums and stuff like that. But was it never pushed on you? It's just something you wanted to do.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I mean, like we all, like me and both my siblings play music, but they were like, yeah, we don't want to do it, like for like a living. And that's cool, And like my little sister's like an amazing singer. She would never, ever want to go and get in front of people and sing, She'll like sing at the house and like,
But it takes a certain kind of individual to do what you're doing.
Yeah.
Because you tapped into that for a second ago to bring it back to the touring.
Yeah.
Is that you had to be a certain kind of person for this. Because people probably see it on the outside and go, I want that, until they're in it. And they're like, well, this is different than I thought. What's your take on that?
Yeah, man. I think people don't really think about what it really is like on the road, man. It's a serious job. You know, you have a lot of responsibilities. You have, you can't be late. It's not like suggested time. You're on time all the time. You're always away from home. You're always around people. Sometimes around people you don't want to be around. And it's just like, and you have to be stoked all the time. You never want to be a downer or anything,
Yeah, because then you're not going to get called back.
Yeah, people are going to be like, that guy sucks, you know?
Yeah. Exactly, yeah.
So it's like you got to kind of come in and realize it's a serious job. It's like, it's fun. It's like it's the most fun job in the world, but it's still a job, and
sacrifices though a lot.
Yeah, a
like
lot
relationships and being gone and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's exciting, but it's also a big sacrifice.
Totally. I mean, I'm missing my best friend's wedding next week.
Oh,
like
wow.
my best friend, I was supposed to be the best man at his wedding, and I'm missing it because I'm going to be in Singapore, and I'm like, but it's still like I'm like living my dream, and I mean, he understands, but still it sucks, but it's a lot of sacrifices,
Yeah, there is. Yeah, that's. I mean, look on the bright side. You saved the money renting the tux.
Yeah,
No,
totally.
I'm
I was gonna show up shirtless to that motherfucker, dude.
Dude, I'll tell you right now. I had a friend. He's probably listening. He's gonna get upset, but I don't care. Listen, man, because I got upset at this. He wanted me to be in his wedding as one of the groomsmen, and then last minute, check out my head, right? Last minute, he's like, hey, my wife, we were talking, my fiance, and we don't want you to be in the wedding because your head's tattooed.
No way.
Yeah. And I go, what? He goes, we don't want to look at photos later. And I was just like, you know what? Fuck that flight where I got to go. Fuck paying for that tux.
Yeah.
You just save me money. Save me money,
money.
all right? And I know where we're at.
Now
buddy.
I know what level of friends we are. Because your head tattoos?
You
That's
can
hilarious.
Photoshop it out. Like fucking, like, I mean,
But I'd fucking wear a hat to a wedding. Fuck it.
So if I ever get married again, and that would be the 4th time, everyone's going to be decked out, tattooed.
You gotta have tattooed
Even if they're
heads.
not my friends. You know what I mean? This wedding, get up here.
You'll find the gnarliest tattooed homeless guy.
Yeah, right?
Bro, that's some shit my dad would do. My dad would be inviting everyone to hang out everywhere.
Is he like that?
Dude, so we have a place in France, and
wow.
we go out there a lot, and we were out there for Christmas, and we're all partying at this bar as an open jam night. He goes outside to smoke, and he sees a blind man walking by, and he's like, you want to party? This guy doesn't speak any English. Invites a random blind dude on the street in, and the dude partied with us all night.
Did he steal anything?
No.
It's a joke. It's a joke. It's a joke. It's a joke.
That took me a second. I was like, he was blind.
Wait, so where's your dad from?
Orange County. Both my parents are from Orange County.
Okay, so where's the English beat from?
They're
like a UK band.
Yeah, they're a UK band, but he joined later. He played with them in the 90s. Yeah.
Got it. You said house in France. I started thinking, is he from England? Or?
No. They just were like, we wanted to get out of the States during the pandemic. So my grandma was like, I want to get out of the States and stuff. And so they went and looked at places.
Cool.
I think my mom and grandma and sister all went and checked out some places. And
yeah, you seem like you're real family oriented.
yeah, we're all super close.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that.
Super close family.
That's awesome. Because that's important.
Absolutely.
That's how I am with my kids, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They come visit me on tour all the time, and it's like
supportive. Yeah.
Super supportive.
Awesome.
It's so fun, man.
So you grew up in Orange County. What city?
Fullerton.
Oh, dude, that's like Social D, Adolescence.
Yeah.
That's the whole start of it down there.
Damnage just did a show opening for Adolescence in January or February.
Yeah, let's talk about this. So let's talk about your baby. That would be considered your baby?
Absolutely, man.
Okay,
yeah.
Damage.
Yeah.
That's your band.
Yeah.
Tell everybody what Damage is like.
So, yeah, it's Damage. We're a 3-piece rock band, like punk rock band. And, man, we've all been playing together for a long time. Me, Tim, and Johnny, and the guitarist and bassist. And they both sing. But we've all been playing together on different projects. Like, Johnny used to have a rap project that I
really?
played on. Yeah. And
What was it called?
Johnny Good and the Triple O's.
Okay.
And so, but they both played for Lady Gaga prior to me. Now I obviously play with her, but so I went, and that's how I met Tim. This was probably almost 10 years ago at this point.
Oh, wow.
And so we've known each other forever, and then
So you were like a teenager.
Yeah. I was like 14 or 15 when Johnny first hit me up on Instagram. I was like, you're a dope drummer. And then we started playing shows when I was like 16 together. But then, I would say during the pandemic, we started working on these songs on or some of the, some stuff that became Damage.
Right.
So it's been about 4 or 5 years that we've been doing it. And
badass band, dude.
It's fun, man. Thank you, dude. I'm really proud of it. Like
those new tracks that you sent me that none of you have listened to probably yet. It's not released, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. They're badass.
Thanks, man. Yeah, we're working on some stuff. We're in the studio with Kevin Thrasher.
Awesome.
And who's a badass, you know, and we've been going in with him a lot, writing a lot of songs. And
who's he worked with before?
He's like he does all the Travis Barker stuff. He's his main engineer.
Okay.
So
Wait, what's his name?
Kevin Thrasher.
Probably know him because I wrote for Travis's company, Famous Stars and Straps, for
sick.
like 7 years.
Oh, right.
But I've known Travis back when he was in the Aquabat days.
Oh, no way.
So there's a lot of that camp over there. I know a lot of those people.
I was just saying the other day, man, I wish he would make another Transplants record.
Bro, Transplants was like
that's a sick band,
dude. They're so good. Well, Rob's that band was kind of, from what I understood, because Tim had Rancid, Travis had Blink, and that band was kind of designed to help Rob.
Okay.
You know, not help, but like form a band around kind of him and what, you know, their deal. And I remember, I'll tell you a quick story real quick. Warped Tour in Pittsburgh, and Tim and Rob are backstage. I say, hey, what's up? You know how Warped Tour, everybody knows everybody.
Yeah.
And they're like, hey, we got this new band called the Transplants. And they gave me a disc that was burnt that just said Transplants Demo written on Sharpie. No. And then the outside of it was they had Xeroxed a design, and they had taped it on the CD case. It was total DIY.
No way.
And I had that. So I was actually in 2 Transplants music videos.
Sick.
And so when one music video we did, they were all together. I had him sign it. And then I ended up giving it away to Al from Dropkick Murphys.
Oh, fucking rad.
I'm not like a collector so much. I have things for a little bit, and then I'm like, I'm going to die one day, and then my kids are going to throw this in thrift store or some shit.
Yeah, totally.
You know? I just kind of give stuff away.
Dude, I'm a total hoarder. Bro,
yeah, are you?
I have so, when it comes to like gear and memorabilia, I'm like I'll tour. When I was touring a bunch with Jaden, he like doesn't like keep anything. And so there's like just venues, like there's a venue in New York that gives you like a brick from the venue, and they put your name on it and stuff. So I have that. And then like there's this venue that gives you an award if you sell it out in South Carolina. Like this.
Oh, that stuff. I would keep that stuff.
I
too,
keep
though.
all that stuff, man.
Well, I just remember Al was like, "Oh, I think I posted one of those songs from the demo," and then I don't know, just something just said, he seems more excited about it than I am right now, even though I lived it.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I kind of got a lot out of it. You could have it.
Yeah, totally.
But I knew I gave it to a homie that was going to appreciate it.
Yeah, someone would be stoked on it. Yeah. Totally. Yeah, that's rad. Dude,
if I was you, I would hang on to everything, though.
Yeah.
What you're doing in your life. And I'm going to get back to your band Damage, but I would hang on to everything because you never know where your career is going to take you. And from the looks of it, you're doing a lot of big things. Hold on to everything, bro. Like, because then even posters or everything, you look back, you'll be glad you did.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
Yeah, whether it goes into like your own room or someone wants to donate something or you're in a museum or anything, because all that stuff's possible.
Totally, and then you'll be you never know.
Yeah, you never know.
It's
but anyway,
crazy,
so back to Damage.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys have released material already.
Yeah, we got 2 EPs out, a couple singles and stuff. We have another single coming out pretty soon, and it'll be coming out in June.
Awesome.
But then those new songs that we're working on, we're trying to figure out kind of like a release plan, you know, for those.
The ones that you sent me.
The ones I sent you, yeah. Trying to figure out some stuff like that kind of thing. We're just writing so much, so I'm like, I kind of want to like get it all together, do a full record, put out a full, you know, we have so many songs out. I'm like, let's do a full album, full.
Do a lot of bands still do full albums? A lot of people just do singles.
So many people are just doing singles.
And then they put it together as an album, right?
Yeah, totally. That's why I'm like, maybe we do 1 or 2 singles and then put it together as one whole album. You know, it's like, but you know, we're just writing a lot right now, trying to get, you know, find. We just love making music, you know.
I mean, yeah, I hear you. If you're like psyched on the writing, I would keep writing.
Yeah.
Because that psych sometimes isn't always there.
Totally.
So if you got like that psych to keep that flow going and just stack it up.
Totally, man. I'll be at home just like, and I just record like drum parts and I'll send them to them and just be like, here, write to this, and then they'll do that, or they'll have an idea and they'll send me without drums, and I'll, you know, we just go back and forth all the time. Our bassist lives in Portland, so we write a lot from home and stuff. And I mean, I can track in my garage, so it just makes sense that I can record ideas in there, and Tim can record at his house, and Johnny can record at his house, and we all just kind of just do it, not even in the same room, because it's like,
yeah,
it's so easy, you know. You send stuff back and forth.
I mean, I think a lot of bands do that now.
Totally.
And you have the technology and the accessibility to where like we don't have to all be in this room.
Yeah.
To make it happen.
Yeah.
As
and
long
then
as
we
you guys
come get
understand
together.
your energy, of like where the direction you're going together.
Yeah,
right?
absolutely. And like, so we pretty much write like that, and then we'll all get together and like go in the studio with like Kevin Thrasher and or whoever, you know, and just get all in a room and really like work out the parts. Like,
Do you ever write something like this is gonna be sick, and then you get in the room like that isn't working?
I mean, yeah, totally.
I do that a lot with a lot of stuff too. That's why I was asking if you had that, like this is gonna work, and then when you actually get there and do it, you're like it's not working like I thought.
Yeah, dude, totally. I'll do that too, even with like my drum videos, because I'll be like, oh man, I love playing along with the song. In any of the videos I put on my Instagram are just songs I'm like, that's fun to play on drums, you know, like.
Yeah.
So I'll do that all the time where I'll be like, all right, yeah, I'm gonna make a video to this song, and I'll make it and I'll watch it back and be like, this sucks. Like I'm not showing this to anyone, dude.
We have so much in common. Okay, look, I was going to bring this up too. You do like your anyone listening follows Instagram. He does videos where he plays along to other bands, which is cool. And I'd always heard like musicians would play other people's music because it's like, you know, you learn a little something or you're influenced or you're just how does that work or how does that go?
Totally.
I do the same vocally.
Okay.
So I do a thing called Rick Thorne's Headphone Series.
Yeah.
And I started doing these videos and a lot of people like I sing the songs up to a minute and a half. So I'll sing some shit. I try to remember I did this Johnny Cash one. I was like, I'm deleting that shit. I sound horrible. You know what I mean?
Yeah, dude.
Like there's no fucking way.
That's so funny.
Yeah, and then I did a Johnny Cash one the other day, Folsom Prison Blues.
I was just showing that one to her on the way up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And one dude's like, okay, just so anybody out there, just so you know, if you talk shit on my Instagram, it's so powerful to just be like, delete, block. It's fucking awesome.
It feels great.
It feels so good. Some dude's like, your voice destroys that song. It's like, you don't understand. I'm not trying to be them. It's vocal training.
Yeah, you're practicing.
So let me ask you this. If you're jamming, it's like it's training. You're like self-teaching yourself still.
Yeah.
Was that a bug over there?
Bug or something.
We got to get this place sprayed, Jeff.
Tent the whole fucking building.
Yeah. We get termites in this bitch. No, but do you feel like by playing that like is kind of helps self-teaching yourself still?
Totally, yeah. I mean, I think I love learning new songs and playing along songs. Sometimes I'll play along songs I don't even know and just turn it on and I'll just jam along and like see what happens, you know? And like, I used to post more of that, but then I learned how to like, I got like this app that could take the drums out of a song. And I was like, this is pretty cool. Now it's like I'm playing the drums. It's like it almost feels like I'm actually recording the drum part. You know, it's like
so you actually could take the drums out.
Yeah,
of
it's like this app. It's called Moises AI or something like that. It's like an AI app, and you could just you just put a song in there. Like I do it kind of.
So then it would just have the drum. It would have the guitar and the bass.
Yeah.
And the vocals, and then you would do the drums.
Yeah, and I just play along to it like that, or I'll play along to it with the drums, and then I just take the drums out. So like. The drums, so then it's like easier to follow, kind of.
Got it.
And then I'll take the drums out after, and that's what I post usually. So it's because I used to just play along. I would just fucking blare it through the speakers, you know, and just like play along like that. That's how I like practice, you know.
Yeah.
But for the videos, I'm like, oh, it sounds better like this. You can actually kind of tell what's going on. It's like.
Do people dig those videos?
Yeah, man. I think people do. I do it because I'm like. I'm playing along to these songs, might as well put them online, you know? Mm-hmm. It's like, the other day I was like playing along to No Doubt, and I was like, I should make a No Doubt cover. So I just put it in the app, put it on my computer, and fucking played along to it and put it up that day, you know? I just love, you know, I love, like I said, I love playing drums, so it's like, I love sharing what I'm working on and like what I'm playing.
And you like all different types of music.
Yeah, I really do. It's so funny. I don't really think about it, but if you scroll through my Instagram, it'll be like, oh, I just did like an Italian pop song the other day, and then like a reggae song not too long ago, and then like a punk rock song, and like
that's important.
Play everything. Yeah, I mean,
musically,
really
I think as an artist, I think it's important to be because it's like everything I do in life, I compare it to like bike riding. So I say, well, I don't ride one way. I do these different things. Music is like you should have different styles to be kind of more of a well-rounded musician.
Yeah, dude.
You know?
Totally, yeah, man. I think it's also just important, like, to listen to different music. And I'm like, I hate people that only like one genre of music. Like, I'm like, man, why? That sounds so boring.
Yeah.
Like, dude, it's so fun. I'm going to throw my mom under the bus here right now. Every day I wake
Phil
up.
Collins or some shit?
I wake up and she's fucking
no,
screaming the lyrics to Hamilton. Like, at the top of her lungs, like, singing the Hamilton the musical. I'm like, what's happening? And it's like that. And then next thing you know, it's like Bad Religion Christmas album came on after. And I'm like, it's so funny. It's like back to back. She'll be saying, I'm not going to give away my shot. And then it's like, oh, come all ye faithful. Like the fucking punk rock version.
That's good. That's good.
Dude, it's like, we listen to everything in my house. I listen to everything on my own. If you're outside my drum room, you'd think there's a different drummer playing every song because it's like I literally will just be like, yeah, I'm gonna play along to, Stephen Marley, and then next thing I'll play along to a Slipknot song, and like just
So
back
sick.
to back because I love every genre of music. And I
I
really
like that. I
listen
like
to
that
it.
thing that I like it. I like it just it's cool.
Thanks, man.
Because I relate to it because I feel like you're training, even though you're enjoying it. You're like, oh, I want to jam to this. I want to see what this is like to do this.
Yeah.
That's all I'm doing vocally too.
Totally.
I'm not trying to be like sing like I just posted one today. I'm like I made it clear. Hey, I'm gonna do some Police. I ain't trying to sing like Sting.
Yeah, that's
but
it.
this song's about a stalker. Have you ever heard Every Breath You Take?
Yeah, dude.
It's a
I never
fucking
thought of it
stalker
like that
song,
until I
bro.
saw your video, and I was like, oh my god, it's a fucking stalker.
Psycho, dude. My daughter said, hey, this guy, he follows every move I do, every breath, every word I say. I'd be like, all right, where's this bitch
Yeah,
live?
where's this motherfucker at? Fucking psycho, dude, for real.
Yeah, it's a Psycho song.
Yeah, it really is, man. It
Tell
really
you.
is.
Fucking Sting, you need to work on that.
Yeah, figure that one out, brother. I'm never getting a Sting gig.
Hey, so have you ever, I'm sure you've done like a Pennywise song on your thing, right?
I do actually have one like done that I'm gonna
It's
post.
fucking Byron's like,
Yeah,
He's
I
fast.
did. I can't remember which one I did a while ago, but I have another one queued. I have Goodbye Bad Times queued up, which is I like that one a lot.
Sick.
That one's a bit slower, or not. It's not slow, but for Pennywise, it's slow.
Byron's like, yeah, I get you. Hey, let me. Speaking of drummers, I just thought of this. Do you know Josh Freese?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a
See, I met all
badass.
these guys through Warped Tour.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, he's a fucking.
So you would go and do. I mean, I only got to go to Warped Tour once, and it was the last like Warped Tour. Like the last like full tour they did. I went to the Pomona date.
That must have been. Oh wait, okay.
Like 2017 or something like that, maybe.
Yeah.
2016, 2017, maybe.
Did they have the ramp there?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So that one still was kind of like they were doing the tour, but they didn't have the ramp. So if you're asking me how we did it in the early days,
Yeah.
for like I did that tour 15 years, but the like first 9 or something, we would have our own bus. It'd be like me, Steve Caballero, Mike Frazier, Neil Hendricks, Solomon Aga, whatever. So we'd have me and maybe one other biker like Lee Ramsdell or Mike Mancuso. And so it was great because those buses, if you only got 8 people on it, you kind of got room to move.
Totally.
And that's when they had the ramp.
Okay.
And then when the budgets started to change, they took the ramp away and they took away all of it.
Okay.
But since I rode for Monster and I knew they were bringing a mini ramp out, I said, hey, Monster, I'll go out and promote Monster if I could ride the mini ramp. So then I did the mini ramp for 4 years for them.
Sick.
Because I was finding a way to stay on it. And then my band played on it twice.
Okay.
So when you're around it, you just started,
Just be around it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's kind of how that.
That's
So
cool
if
they're
you
doing a
came
couple
to
festivals.
that one, that was probably one where the tour was going, but since it was in Orange County, they just put the ramp up for that date.
Okay.
'Cause I remember that show. Yeah.
Yeah, it was the
Fairgrounds.
something like that. Yeah. And I remember checking it out. They definitely had a ramp, but yeah, I mean, I had never I didn't grow up going to Warped Tours and stuff,
Got it,
so it was
yeah.
more of like I had a friend playing it that year, and
What band? Do you remember?
I don't remember who got me. I actually had a bunch of drummer friends on it. I don't remember who actually got me. I think actually Water Parks got me in just off Instagram. They're like, "Do you want to come to Warped Tour?" I was like, "Can I bring my dad?"
That's sick.
Something like that. So we went to Warped Tour, but we went for a couple hours, and then we went to a Donovan Frankenreiter show later that night. So it was kind of
he's cool.
He's fucking real cool, dude.
He did Warped Tour too.
Really?
Yeah, dude. So many people did Warped Tour. Eminem did Warped Tour.
Wow.
Ice-T,
Black Eyed Peas, right?
Black Eyed Peas did Warped Tour. That tour became like the tour that labels would say we need these bands on for them to go to the next level, and you would see them come through. Paramore,
Yeah.
No Doubt,
Totally.
Good Charlotte, all these
Yeah.
bands. They would come through, do the tour. The next year, Katy Perry did Warped Tour.
Yeah, I remember hearing that.
She was married to that dude from Gym. What's his name? He's a friend of mine. Slipped in my mind.
Travis McCoy?
Yeah, from Gym Class.
He's
Heroes.
awesome, dude.
Yeah, he's
I
great.
love that band. They're a killer band, dude.
Yeah, you guys should do Warped Tour though.
I know. We should do a Damage on Warped Tour. That'd be fun.
You guys would fit perfect.
I know. I feel like it'd be like a killer fit.
The thing about that tour, people always thought it was just punk rock, but it never really. It was always everything.
It was always everything. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
but because I remember seeing a bunch of old videos, but I think just punk rock really thrived there. It did so well there.
Yeah, it's kind of because the bands were the Pennywise and NoFX.
And skating and punk, all skating, BMX, punk, it all goes together. It
does.
It's like really well.
Yeah, it does. It does. It was pretty cool. But back to Damage. Do you guys have any plans coming up for any tours, or are you just doing local shows, or
So
you're busy with a lot of things, right?
Yeah. So we have a couple shows we're about to announce around some of the Gaga dates. So we're like on some of the off nights because me and our guitarist both play with her.
Okay.
And so we're kind of booking some stuff around that. And we got something in Seattle. I think we're gonna do an LA one around there. Just kind of like just spot dates with, we're gonna try doing with like local bands in those areas. So
Awesome.
like there's this band in Seattle, Bexley, like who I used to play with when I was younger, and like they're rad. So we're gonna do a show up there with them, and then
because I want the people listening to follow your band Damnage.
Yeah,
and
it's spelled wrong. It's Damnage, Damnage.
Oh, am I been saying it wrong the whole time?
No, you're saying it right. It's just spelled wrong.
Oh, okay.
We just spell it weird.
Dude, I'm telling you guys, anyone listening should check out this band and follow them and check them out. I mean,
thanks, man.
Yeah, because I know that's like, I love that style, I love that sound, and I know that's pretty much like where your heart's at with it. I mean, even though you're doing these other gigs, let's talk about the Lady Gaga. Like, how did you score that?
So
did you try out for it or something?
No, I mean that was so Tim from Damage basically. I was on tour, and his daughter's a rad guitarist too, and we were on tour playing for Jaden, and he told me that he came out to visit. Him and my dad came out to hang with us on a couple of the dates, and he was like, "Yeah, I think Gaga's gonna want to play some shows next year." I was like, "Oh, that's cool, man." And he's like, "Yeah, I think I want to try to get you on it." I was like, "I would love that, man. That'd be great." And then a couple months went by. I didn't really, hear anything. I wasn't sure if there was no shows announced or anything, so I wasn't sure if she was even gonna do anything. And then she got announced to do that Fire Aid show, and Damage was playing in LA, and Tim's like, "Do you want to play the show on Thursday with Gaga?" And I was like, "Sure," So I think Fire Aid was kind of like my somewhat audition type thing.
So that was recent, right?
Yeah, January was my first show with her. Yeah, I just started with her this year.
Got it.
And then,
but he had been with her for a while.
Yeah, he's been with her 14 years.
Oh, okay, yeah, because that's when I met him at that. It was St. Rock's.
Okay, yeah.
The Descendants show, and he said that he played with Lady Gaga because he looked at me and I looked at him and I was like, "You ever look at someone and you're like, I know this dude, but I don't know where I met the dude."
Yeah, totally.
That's kind of what we both have with each other, and I remember him saying that now. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Yeah. So he's been with her for a long time. I mean, he's married to her makeup artist. Like, it's like a whole family thing. And she really trusts him. So he was like, I think, I want to bring on my drummer Tosh, and she
saw you play. She could not say no.
Thanks,
I'm
dude.
gonna be real, bro. You just, dude. I'm telling you.
Thanks, man.
I think picture you playing drums. I want to go ride my bike.
Oh fuck yeah, that's cool,
dude. It gets me hyped up.
That's what I just hope. I hope like whenever someone sees me fucking play drums, it makes them want to go do whatever they love to do.
Well, I'm telling you, your energy is solid. So she's got to be stoked.
She's been great to work with, man. Like she's incredible. But I think Fire Aid was kind of like my somewhat audition, which I'm like, no pressure. There's just millions of people watching on the live stream.
For benefit.
Yeah. So we did that and it went well. And then he was like, "Yeah, we're doing this thing for the Super Bowl next." And so it was kind of like, okay, now I'm doing that. And then
was that with Lady Gaga?
Yeah,
or was that with Machine Gun Kelly?
I did the Super Bowl after party with Machine Gun Kelly.
Okay.
But we did the pre-show performance with Lady Gaga.
Got it.
And so I did that, and I was like, okay, I think that went well. I think she likes me. I can't, I didn't want to like be annoying and like ask or anything.
Yeah, but you want to know too, like, hey.
Yeah, and then he's like, hey, we're doing SNL, and he's like, are you good for this? And I was, yeah, So
what a stupid question.
Yeah, I'm like, of course.
Hey, do you want to go on Saturday Night Live?
Well, what's actually
something you love to do?
Fucked up. I've actually been asked to do SNL twice before that, and I couldn't do it either. Well, one time it got canceled because of the writer's strike. That was, I can't remember who that was with, a rapper. But the other time was with Young Thug, and I was already on another tour.
And you did shows. You were already doing shows with him too.
I was already. Yeah, I'd already done shows. I did one performance with Young Thug at that point, and they asked me to do SNL, but I was on a different tour. So then Travis Barker did it, but which was rad. But yeah, I was already on the road. I was like, I can't fucking leave this, just bail on this whole tour for that. So I actually was like, had to say no to SNL twice. I was like, damn, that sucks.
Dude, that does suck. Well, I mean, it's still cool. He did it. You knew who had to this date the most violent or aggressive Saturday Night Live performance?
Who?
I wouldn't say violent. Well, at the time it was violent. Fear.
Oh yeah. Didn't they get like?
And Ian McKay was fucking there. Ian McKay, that's my idol.
Oh, sick.
Yeah, like I met him once before. I just love everything he does.
Yeah.
But like Ian McKay and Fear, and they got kicked off, and a punk, Pit,
Didn't they they were like banned from SNL?
Yeah, they were banned. Yeah, but dudes like John Belushi, he was like a punker. He was into all of it. He liked all that stuff.
That's so rad, man.
Even John Travolta. I think I saw a shirt. John Travolta like holding something up with like a black flag shirt back in the day.
That's so rad, dude.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
Damn, man.
Because see, when I grew up, punk rock kind of got on TV for a second, and then it got pulled away. It was the Ramones and the Clash.
And then they were
when MTV came out. And then it kind of pulled back for a little bit until Green Day and Offspring kind of came back.
Yeah,
you know,
totally.
For the mainstream, you know.
Totally, yeah. So. Yeah, I mean, it is weird to think about. Like, I feel like punk rock was such a crazy, like, to me, it's like I look at these people like celebrities, you know, but it's like they're literally like, it's such a different world than like the pop world or something, you know. It's like, in my mind, I remember meeting Jim and Byron and Fletcher and Randy. All like I met them. I was doing a tour in Australia with Royal and the Serpent, and they were on the same festival tour. And I'm like meeting these guys, and to me, like I'm meeting like celebrities.
Exactly.
But like punk, it's like no, there aren't really celebrities. They're just normal dudes who play punk rock music. You know, it's like, but it's such a weird thing that punk to me is so like famous. You know, it's like these are fucking huge people, but like it never really has been like a mainstream TV type thing, you know?
No, but you know what's crazy about it too? I agree with you 100%. But I said this to somebody and they got all like, what are you talking about? I was like, well, if it wasn't for bands like Blink-182 and Green Day, whether you like these bands or not, the older bands kind of got brought back.
Totally.
Because then these new kids are like, oh, I want punk rock. And then they start to do research and go, oh, who's TSOL? Oh, who's Fear? Oh, who are these bands? And not to say that they weren't working and touring already, but it did help bring some of that fan base over and be like, oh, and I relate that to like BMX. Like, say if I'm on TV and I do X Games and kids wants to ride, but then the hardcores against TV got into riding because they saw us on TV, but now he's a hardcore because now he's all with it. Well, we still got him involved.
Still got him through that.
I still got him involved with BMX through the mainstream.
Totally.
So I think that happened with bands too, and I kind of
agree.
Help some of the older bands still kind of catapult their fan base, you know.
Dude, I'll never forget. I was doing a show, and there's a music video that Jaden did where he's wearing a Descendants t-shirt, and I was doing a show with him in like Connecticut or something, somewhere like kind of random, and I was like, oh, I like your shirt, to some kid who's wearing the same shirt. And he's like, oh, yeah, do you like this brand? And it was Descendants.
Oh, shit.
And I was like,
you mean band?
I was like, yeah, I was like, the band. I was like, the band, like on your shirt. Like, I like their music. And he's like, this is a band? And he was like shocked. And I was like,
wow.
I was like, dude, go fucking listen to he's at a meet and greet. I'm like, dude, go fucking listen to the Descendants and then hit me up and fucking tell me if you like it or not. And next thing you know, he's like, dude went and bought records and is like,
he's like, I'm the one.
Dude, it's so funny. But he had no fucking clue at all. And now it's like, I saw him again and he's like, dude, I got tickets to go see Descendants. And I'm like, no fucking way.
That's his new favorite band.
Yeah, it's like his new favorite band. I'm like, he thought it was just a brand. It was like Descendants or something because Jaden wore it in. He's like, I just got the shirt because Jaden wore it in a music video.
Wow.
And it's so funny because like Jaden's not a punk rock band, you know, but he's, you know, he made some pop punk music for a while and stuff. And now it's a little more pop and stuff, but he, you know, he's always loved that culture. He likes that music, you know, so it's
the power of a t-shirt, bro. If the right person's
crazy.
That is pretty funny though.
It was like, I was like, this guy.
You're like, brand, you mean band?
Yeah, he didn't even know it was a band. Like, it wasn't like, oh, I don't really know them. He's like, what do you mean? Like, he was confused. He had no clue. And then he went to go.
The owner's the CEO, I don't know him neither.
Yeah. Dude, so funny. Yeah, and then he's got tickets to go see, well, I think it was them in Circle Jerks or something like that.
Oh, he's full punk now.
And I'm like,
now he's on a mission to prove to you, I'm going to
get punk rock, dude.
Punker than you, fucker.
Dude, it's so funny. I'm like, it was amazing. I'm like, that's such a fucking crazy thing that this guy is now. And now he's like all in punk rock. It's so funny. That's crazy. He like DMs me all the time, being like, going to see this band tonight. You ever heard of them? And it's like,
hey, got him into it.
I'm like, yeah, I know who the Adolescents are. Like,
he's still trying to prove to you that, like, no, I knew that was Descendants all along, bro.
Yeah. I was just fucking with you, bro.
Yeah, I was just playing around. You know, I mean, get joking around.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this. What's it like doing like Saturday Night Live?
Oh man, that was crazy. It's so weird because it's like,
it's live.
It's live, yeah.
So it's like, okay, let's go, party time.
Yeah, no, don't fuck up. It's like,
do you think you find yourself working better under pressure when it's live, or not?
You know, I do. I think that's a good point. I do work really well under pressure. I think I can learn music really well under pressure. Like if someone's like, I filled in for Fall Out Boy, and I had like a day and a half to learn.
Those guys are cool too. I know them from Warped Tour.
They're
too.
awesome, bro.
Yeah,
Good fucking people and a good band and incredible musicians too. Like fucking on it. But I had to learn their set in a day and a half, and I think I actually learned like it was no problem. Like if I had to learn a set in a month and I tried to learn it all in a day and a half, I don't know if I'd be able to do it.
Since you had to do it now.
But since it's like I have no choice, I'm like, yeah, I'll do it. And I learned it, and I learned it fine. And it was like, it actually didn't even seem like that difficult. But
Got it.
It's like, so I feel like sometimes, yes, pressure does help. As far as like SNL, we were so rehearsed, you know, like we had rehearsed so much. I was more in my head, I was just kind of like worried. I'm like, fucking hope this backline drum set this rental drum set doesn't break or something.
Yeah,
I hope I don't like break
cymbal
something.
fall
You know?
over or
Yeah,
some shit.
totally.
Yeah.
Like I'm more worried about that because like there's no way, you know, my drum tech.
You
can
hit
get on
hard though
stage.
too, so I would be worried about that.
Totally, yeah.
You get it, bro.
And SNL, it's like it's not like the drum tech can just run on stage and fix something while I'm playing. It's like you got a 3-minute song and that's it. You know?
Yeah, that's crazy. So yeah, I relate to that. Under pressure, I work. The reason I ask is because I've always found myself working better under pressure.
Yeah.
Yeah, because then you're just able to just do or die, like do it. You
You
can't
kinda
get lazy. You got to
You don't really have a choice. It's
No.
like this is what I got to do.
Yeah. How long would you guys rehearse for?
For that, we did I think like 2 weeks on one song. So it was like every day, you know, or maybe a little less, but like doing it like multiple times a day, just go in, hit the song a bunch of times and be good. And then, but we were honestly like so dialed that we were kind of like, let's get ahead and start working on some of the stuff for the tour, you know? And
Yeah,
so-
because if you do it too much, you could fuck it up that way.
yeah,
You
you
just
don't
got to
wanna,
do it and let it be and then do it again.
Yeah,
You gotta-
totally. So we would do it and then be like, we didn't have like necessarily the exact set list that she wanted to do for Coachella, but we knew like, all right, she's going to play Bad Romance. She's going to play, you know, like those hits and stuff. So we started kind of going over some of those songs and
Awesome.
yeah.
And you guys rehearsed it. Didn't she come up and hit a drum or something? Or
Yeah.
The whole thing?
That was
Yeah.
pretty cool.
She's pretty talented.
She's really talented.
Yeah, I mean, I like her a lot. I used to have a joke. I used to tell people, I'm going to date Lady Gaga.
Yeah.
And I have a baby, and our baby would be Goo Goo Gaga.
Goo Goo Gaga.
I think it's funny. To me, that's funny.
I love that,
If you're
dude.
listening, Gaga, you know what I mean? I BMX.
Dude. Goo Goo Gaga is a great name, bro.
What's your name? Goo Goo. What's your last name? Gaga. That's the best. I mean,
He'd say
genius.
He would be able to say, the kid would be able to say his name fucking
Yeah.
immediately.
Yeah, what's your name? Goo Goo Gaga. See, he's a smart fucking kid.
Yeah, but she's fucking talented, bro. She's
She can
like,
sing her ass off too.
yeah,
She
and
could-
play, man. Piano, guitar.
She
drums.
started off with the grind though too. I saw some video of her like looking like she was at like a Warped Tour side stage or some shit when
Yeah.
she first got her start.
Yeah.
I saw a video of that and I was like, wow.
She really grinded, man. It's great.
Yeah.
I mean, I know she was playing in like clubs around New York and stuff. Like,
What do you like better? Do you like the smaller clubs or do you like these big things? Or you like them both for different reasons?
both for different reasons, man. It's like,
You're doing the little club, you probably get the Red Roof Inn. When you get hired, you're probably at the W.
yeah, basically, little club with Damnage. We're driving the van,
Sleeping in the van.
sleep. You know,
Splitting ramen noodles and shit.
you know,
Yeah.
and then,
Well, Lady Gaga, you're
Yeah.
like, where's my filet mignon? I
Yeah,
thought I was
where's
supposed to be here by now.
dude, you know what's
Fuck.
funny? I fucking had filet for like the first time the other day. Filet
Did you?
mignon. I mean, I'm sure I've had it like at my house or something, but like I never would like order it. But I wanted pasta, and the only pasta the hotel had was like this filet mignon and like Alfredo sauce type.
Well, you're on
pasta.
tour with Gaga, you're saying?
Yeah, like in Brazil, like the day of the show. And so I got it. I like called my
Like,
dad.
fuck that tour
He's like,
bus van.
he's like, what the fuck do you mean you got it well done? I'm like, I don't like my steak, you know, like not well done. And he was like, fuck off, you don't get a fucking filet.
don't, bro.
And I was like, I didn't know that. No one told me.
Yeah, it almost kind of like just, I know what you mean. At first half, you're like, oh, this is all red, but it tastes better.
That's what everyone said. And I
It's
was
not
like,
dry.
I guess
It's weird.
I mean, it was great, well done, but they're like, it'd be better if you would have had it. I was like, I don't know.
Oh, I
man.
saw your post where you said you were like, should I move here?
Yeah, dude. Oh my
You
god,
like
I
Brazil?
love Brazil. I mean, I've been to Brazil twice before, but I've only been to Sao Paulo. So this is my first time in Rio, and I was like, this is the coolest place in the world, man.
Yeah, it's
like
pretty cool.
it's beautiful. It's like everyone's fucking cool. The food's amazing. It's just like it's such a good vibe.
I
Everyone's
married a
happy.
Brazilian.
Really?
Well, and we divorced too, but
One of
my kids are half Brazilian.
one of the 7.
Yeah. No, I'm like the Larry King of BMX.
That's
Buddy
fucking-
married like 9 times or some shit.
That's amazing.
Oh, that's a whole nother story. People go, you can get married again. I'm like, no. They're like, why not? I'm like, you're not married once.
yeah.
I did it 3 times. I'm good. Unless, the right girl comes along, maybe we'll see. But anyhow, so Brazil.
Yeah, man.
How was it with Machine Gun Kelly? He's cool.
It was rad. Yeah, he's
a
awesome,
homie.
Man. Yeah,
he's a cool dude.
He's a really good dude, bro.
Yeah.
Like, playing for him's awesome, man.
He's super talented too.
Yeah,
he could play the drums and stuff too, right?
Yeah, because he did the Motley Crue movie, and he had to learn how to play drums to do that.
Awesome.
Which is rad, man. He's a talented motherfucker and a really cool dude. Like, he's so
super
chill
cool.
and like working for him's been amazing. Like, it's been like every time I got to play with him, I was stoked. It's like it was never bad times. Like,
did you ever see yourself doing this?
I mean, yeah. I always
like.
Knew
Did you
be
like, I'm gonna get hired for different gigs and different, because you're doing like a lot of, and not to I don't mean to compare. The only other drummer I know that does a lot of this stuff besides Josh Freese is like Travis. Totally. He'll go do like a rapper, he'll do a rock, he'll do this, he'll do that. And it's like, I feel like you have the same ability to do that.
Thanks, man.
And not every drummer can do that.
Thanks, man. Yeah, I mean, I never knew exactly what I wanted to do. I just knew I wanted to play drums for a living. And I was kind of like, whether I join a band and just play for that one band, or and the hired thing kind of just happened, I got hired. I'm like, I'm not going to say no to getting paid to play drums, So I started doing that. Like, when I was 16, I started doing it.
It's fun. It's exciting. Yeah.
I'm like, dude, I get to play shows in front of people. And it kind of just got more and more. And then, I mean, honestly, I would love to go join an older band, like someone say the drummer leaves or something, Yeah. Like, I think that's probably my ultimate dream is like go play for someone I'm already a fan of or something, And
well, even people that are in bands though too, and then, that have big bands, they have their own bands. Look at all the guys from Rancid; they all have their separate
side projects and stuff.
What's the drummer? Stepping into my mind.
Brandon.
Right, yeah, he's the homie.
Yeah, he's the best. He filled in for me.
He's a big. I see. Oh, he wears your shirt a lot. He's a big fan of your band.
And he's filled in for me with Damnage before.
Oh, cool.
When I wasn't able to do a couple shows, and he came and did them. I mean, he's the best, bro.
Yeah, he's cool. He's badass too.
Totally.
But even those guys have this band.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, whoa, it's just Rancid, but they still have their other things they do. So it's like, why wouldn't you be hired for a gig? I got my band, but if we're not doing something right now, I'm not going to pass up on that.
I'd love the thought, be like, yeah, man, I play in Bon Jovi, but then I'm going to go fucking do a gig with Young Thug or something, something like that. I love that. That's like, the thought of that's the dream,
Bon Jovi would be sick because they get that song.
Bro, that's my favorite.
Halfway there.
Dude, that's my favorite band of all time.
Is it?
Bon Jovi, Oasis, and the Chili Peppers have been my top 3 since I was fucking like 5 years old.
Chili Peppers, dude.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, that's
a sick band, dude. Chad Smith, incredible drummer, dude.
Yeah.
His daughter's an amazing artist too. Ava Maybe, she's a singer.
Oh, really?
She's fucking good, dude. She's got good music.
Dude, I love the Chili Peppers. You know what Chili Peppers is? What California is.
Oh, literally.
They are like, oh, what's California like? Just play Chili Peppers right
I saw someone say a couple years ago, they're like, when you grow up in California, you're either a Chili Peppers family or a Sublime family. And I was like, it's kind of true, dude.
What's your take on the Sublime?
I love it, dude. I love Sublime. Yeah, I just put up a Sublime cover today.
Did you?
Yeah.
But what's your take on his son coming back with the...
I love it.
I think it's cool.
I think it's really cool. And I was a big Sublime with Rome fan. Mm-hmm. I think the music they made was killer, dude. Like, even like their original stuff. Mm-hmm. I love it, bro. I think it's amazing.
It's pretty rad. His son, is...
Yeah.
He's like playing, he's singing, he sounds good.
Sounds just like his dad.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like, it's fucking pretty rad.
I got to go. I saw them in Arizona. They did a gig with Weezer, and I was out there. My brother lives out there, so I was out there just hanging. And I went to go. I'm good friends with Weezer's manager. He also does Fall Out Boy. So I went to check out the show, and I was honestly like more stoked. I mean, I love Weezer. That's one of my favorite bands as well.
Weezer's sick. Yeah.
But like, I was more stoked to see Sublime because this is like history kind of. Like,
yeah.
I feel like people in 50 years are gonna be like, remember when like Bradley Knowles' son sang in Sublime?
And now his son's singing. You know what
I
mean?
Totally, something like that.
Yeah, Leonard Skinner's the same way.
Totally,
it's his brother that's singing all these years.
Yeah, I remember hearing that. Yeah,
yeah, because you know the story that happened to them?
Wasn't Plane Crash?
Dude, they grinded so hard, and then like they started, they were they were killing it. Well, I mean like that, but their music they were on their way.
Yeah,
and they bought some plane that Aerosmith passed up on. And then it crashed. Wow. And then they never really got to live like what it is now because the music, it's about the music at the end of the day.
Yeah.
It's about carrying the torch.
Is it true that Santeria came out after he was dead?
I don't know.
I saw that somewhere online and I was like, is that true? I don't know, but
I don't know. Well, you're in a band. Not everything you might have recorded you released.
Totally, yeah.
Or it could be like a demo and then there's a way to maybe spice it up and make it into a song.
Totally. I saw the Beatles release a song. Like,
okay, that's some AI shit at this point.
That's hilarious, dude.
Yeah.
They like Paul and Ringo went and got in the studio and like recut to some old John Lennon and George Harrison stuff.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it.
That's hilarious.
It might be a take where like he just, oh, this is an idea, record it.
Yeah.
And then they just.
I mean, I'm always like of that kind of that mentality. I'm like, if I die, put everything I've ever worked on out because I'm dead. Fuck it.
Yeah, what are you gonna
Give
do?
it to the world.
You got to spread it out like Tupac. You got to spread it out.
Spread it out, dude.
Spread it out.
He started. He just was dropping hints on how he got shot after he died.
Dude, well, that whole story with him. Do you ever see his interviews before?
Yeah, dude.
He's like not a gangster at all. He was a good kid. He looked like.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah. That's to me. I think like he was an actor.
Yeah.
He went to acting school. I get in this whole Tupac Biggie thing. People would give me death threats and shit.
Look, dude.
Hey, we just cruised down the street the other day, and my son, I go, this is right where Biggie got shot. What a trip.
Really?
Fairfax and Wilshire.
I didn't know he got shot in L.A.
I think it's Fairfax and Wilshire, right by the Automotive Center.
Wow.
Where that museum's right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy, dude.
Wow,
Anyways,
man, that's crazy.
we're not
shit,
trying to
man.
make this a downer right now. We're just talking. We're just talking. But so next for you, like you got more Gaga stuff coming up, or
Yeah, so we have a world tour we're about to go on.
what? Wait, say that again.
We're going on a world tour. Doing.
Dang,
we're gonna
Mom, you go, you're stoked. This kid's on a world fucking tour. You get to see the world and someone else pays for it. Fuck yeah,
dude.
bro.
And I get to play drums the whole time.
And get paid. And eat filet mignon. Well done, bitch. I eat like I want.
Hell yeah. So
Don't tell me how to eat my steak, bitch.
Yeah. Fuck off, Dad.
Oh, that was your dad?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. No, listen to Dad. Listen to Dad.
He's like, you gotta. What are you doing? I was on FaceTime with him. And
So I didn't catch that was your dad. Okay. Yeah,
No, it was so funny, man. He like I send my picture. I have to send him pictures of what I'm eating every day. They have my location and stuff, so they'll text me and he'll be like, he'll be like, yo, this restaurant was pretty good right by your hotel. He's like telling me where to go eat and stuff.
That's
so
fucking
funny.
cool. They're proud of you, man.
Yeah, they're the best.
And
best
he lived
parents
it.
ever,
He
man.
did that. So he
Yeah.
says, yeah, I get it.
Totally.
So world tour, how long?
So, we're out basically through the end of the year. So we got Singapore, and that's coming up, and then we're doing a full U.S., full Europe, and a full Australia run.
Sick.
And yeah, man. So we're hitting
Full
it.
U.S.,
hitting
how
hard.
long is that going to be? That's probably, what, 8 weeks or something?
Yeah, but it's kind of nice, man. It's spread out. She's doing like multiple nights in each city. So we're doing like 4 shows in L.A., like I think 2 or 3 shows in Chicago. Like
So you had to
it's very-
see this, be in the city.
yeah, you kind of get to hang because I'm so used to like shower, get on the bus, go to the next city. You know how it is. You know, it's like I'm so used to that. So now getting a tour like this is pretty fucking rad. I'm like,
It is, but from an old tour guy, just save your money.
yeah,
Because when you're there for 2 or 3 days, you spend money.
yeah, totally, dude.
When you're constantly moving, you don't got time to
You
spend.
don't got time to spend any
yeah,
money. Yeah,
you know what I mean? But when you're like planted for like, because we would do shows, sometimes in BMX we would do shows, we'd be there like a week, which is cool because we're in one spot. But then but when we did Warped Tour, it was a different every day.
Yeah.
I was just stacking my money. I wouldn't have time to spend it.
yeah.
Too busy
What are you gonna
working.
spend it on? You're just eating catering. You're just
Just going. But when you're like, hey, let's go do it, you go start going shopping. and
Yeah, totally.
then go do all this stuff, and then you're like, damn, I spent more than I made.
Yeah, totally, dude. Totally. Yeah,
That's cool. So
absolutely.
world tour.
Yes.
And then along the way, you're gonna do the Damage stuff.
Yeah, so we're doing some Damage shows along the way.
Any
We're
other
talking-
people you're working with besides, or just strictly Gaga right now?
I'm just we have such a busy year. It's hard.
Yeah, how
to
can
just
you do
remember.
anybody
I'm doing one of the Warp Tour dates though this year that they're doing in DC with Royal and the Serpent.
Oh, sick.
That's like my sister, man. I love her, dude. She's an amazing artist. So I was like, I have a couple of weeks off. I have like 2 or 3 weeks off in June, and it's around when the DC Warp Tour date.
Okay.
And she was like, yeah, I need to find a drummer for this. And I was like, can I do it? I want to go to Warp Tour. She's like, fuck, if you want to do it, do it. And I was like, yeah, man, let's go.
Dude, any of you kids out there, go to the Warp Tour. Warp Tour is fun.
Dude, Warp Tour.
It's going to be different than how it used to be.
Totally, yeah.
Because back in the day, it was like, you know, city to city, this stop, that stop. But the weekend stuff, that's kind of like what everything is now anyways. It's like a weekend festival.
Yeah.
You know?
Totally.
It's a lot. There's a lot.
I mean, Lollapalooza, wasn't that a tour as well?
It was, but I think, yeah, when it started out, it was.
Yeah.
And I did the Big Day Out tour before. Have you heard of that one?
Oh, that's legendary.
Yeah.
Man, I remember we watching all the old like Foo Fighters videos when they were just a 3-piece.
Yeah.
I was like,
Oh, dude, that was like a really, that was before Warped Tour.
Yeah.
I met Kevin Lyman from Warped Tour on the Big Day Out tour.
really?
Yeah, because
What was
me
he doing there?
and Tony Hawk went out there for Airwalk, and we did 3 weeks of tour at the Big Day Out.
Uh-huh.
And then he was managing Pornos for Pyros.
Oh, okay.
And then my buddy's like, hey, that dude does Warped Tour, and they did 95, and I wanted to be on it, and I was there summer of January '96.
Oh,
so I said,
really?
hey, Kevin, can I do Warped Tour? You know, and then that's how it all happened.
That's fucking cool,
I
man.
mean, like it when things happen organically.
Yeah.
It seems like in your life, things have happened really organically.
Definitely, man. Like I never thought I would be Lady Gaga's drummer, but it just kind of worked out based off, you know, my friends and my drumming
and also too, bro, your energy. It's everything.
Thanks, man. People
pick up on energy, man, a mile away.
Totally. Yeah, totally.
You know? So if you don't got good energy, they ain't going to call you back. You know what I mean?
Yeah, totally, man. You don't want to be a fucking dick.
No.
Which I could be a dick, but you don't want to be too much of a dick.
You can be a dick just when they turn their face. Yeah, cool. Fuck that guy.
Fuck that guy, yeah.
We all do it. You're probably doing it right now on this podcast. Hey, Tosh, let them know where to follow you on this camera.
Cool, yeah.
Instagram or whatever.
Yeah, all my social media, Instagram, TikTok, it's Tosh_the drummer. And then my band, Damnage band, DAMNAGE band. All different social medias and stuff. And yeah, man, I'm always posting shit from the tours and everything. Anyone can hit me up. I check my DMs. I just, you know.
Awesome.
If anyone ever wants drums, hit me up. I love playing drums. Love recording drums.
Yes,
so, yeah.
dude. If you get him playing drums, come on, get out of here.
Hit me
That's
up.
sick.
It's fun.
And you got to watch him play. Check out his Instagram. Check out the drum. I just called it a drum series, but anything you do,
is, you know.
dude, you kill it. Thanks a lot for coming on the show,
Bro,
dude.
thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, you're rad.
Good
And
shit, bro.
everybody out there, subscribe. Tell your mom, your grandma, your grandpa, whoever is still alive, they better subscribe.
Or if they're dead.
Or you're dead. We're gonna spend some damage on your ass. All right, stay rad. Later. Everybody ready? Come on, let's go.